all know how dangerous it is to drink and drive, but is marijuana also jeopardizing your safety on the roads? A new study may shed some light on this issue. James Lynch, part of the Insurance Information Institute, is joining us now. James, thank you for being here.
It's terrific to be in Jacksonville today.
So can you tell me what are some of the factors that's contributing to the rise of auto accidents?
Well, there are a lot of things. The fact that the economy is doing better and people are driving more miles, that has an impact. Distracted driving has an impact. People are playing games on their dumb phones. If they're in the car, it's a dumb phone. But the one thing that we wanted to call attention to, because we see it increasing and it's in all likelihood going to be getting worse unless we do something about it, is driving while high on marijuana.
Now, is driving while high on marijuana worse than driving while under the influence of alcohol, or are they about equally the same?
Well, right now it looks like it's the same or worse, but honestly there isn't a lot of research on it. You know, we've been studying drunk driving for 6 decades. And we haven't been looking at all at driving while high on marijuana because it wasn't as significant a problem over that time. But now with the many states that have legalized marijuana either medicinally or recreationally, we're starting to see in our crash statistics that there are more accidents, and we were able to isolate that and find that marijuana appears to be behind part of the increase that we're seeing, particularly in the states where recreational marijuana has been legalized.
Now, most of us have witnessed the dangers of driving while under the influence of alcohol and what it can do on the roads. But how is driving under the influence of marijuana, if you're high, how does that make our roads unsafe?
Well, there are a lot of the same phenomena as driving drunk. Your motor skills deteriorate. You don't have the ability to pay attention to the things that are going on in front of you. And what's called your executive function, your ability for your brain to tell all the other parts of your body what to do and to coordinate their efforts together, that deteriorates as well. And so when you're high, it sure looks like, from what we've seen, that it's as dangerous as driving while drunk. And actually people do understand that. I mean, we did some polling, and 91% of people say that they think it is dangerous to drive while you're high on marijuana, and they're unquestionably right. But at the same time, only 40% of people think that that's one of the causes of the recent increase in motor vehicle accidents. And that's what we wanted to make sure, is that people understand that that is part of the phenomenon that we're seeing.
So what do you think needs to be done to bring awareness to this marijuana, you know, being high on marijuana while driving? What needs to be done to make our roads safe and to bring awareness?
Well, there's a couple things. First of all, awareness is key, you know, and that's why I'm here, and that's why we talk about these things. It starts with the individual. You know, if you are a person, and there are more and more people in this state, they are using marijuana legally. If you are using marijuana, don't go out and drive your car. That seems like it would be common sense, but we're finding that that's not the case. And then if you're with someone who is high, don't get into the car with them. We've done surveys, and it looks like about 1 out of 4 Americans is willing to get in a car with a person who's high. Well, that's a mistake. You know, and we have to also understand that as marijuana laws are liberalized in this country, there's going to be costs associated with that. And one of the costs is that there's a cost associated with more traffic accidents. I mean, that's a lot of twisted materials, and it's a lot more heartache and injuries. Those are the things that we really feel like you need to do in order to get our hands around this problem now, early, rather than later.
Good information. Before we let you go, where can our viewers go to get more information about this?
You can go to the Property Casualty Insurers Association of America. They have a website, has a lot of terrific information in it, and that address is pciaa.net.
And we'd like to thank Property Casualty Insurers Association of America for sponsoring this segment, and we'll be right back.